everyone. So in this video we will learn what is AutoWired and everything about dependency injection and types of injection we have in Spring Boot. If you don't have any idea on what is dependency injection, please check out this suggested video for a basic understanding of dependency injection and how it works. In this video we will implement dependency injection in Spring Boot. So let's get started. So to understand dependency injection and AutoWired in detail, we will take a small example. We will build a calculator service. So now we will build one service layer in which all the business code will reside. So now for that we will create one package. Just make sure this package is inside the root package of your application. Otherwise the beans will not be created by the IOC container. So here we will create one package named service inside our root package. Now we'll create one interface that will be calculator service interface, which will have one method that is calculate sum, and we can pass two argument over there and it will return a number that is the sum of these two numbers. So this calculator service will be the blueprint for our actual implementations of the services. So for implementation we will create one new package that is services.impl, that is implementation, and here we will create one class that is simple calculator service impl.java. So for now we have only one implementation of calculator service, that is simple calculator service impl, and it will have only the simple calculation logics like addition, subtraction and all. So let's write the business logic for this simple calculator service impl first. So this implementation class will implement calculator service interface and it will provide the implementation for the unimplemented methods of calculator service interface. So here we will return the sum of number 1 and number 2. So if we want to use this service, we will need an object for this service. If we want this bean to be auto generated or auto handled, then we have to register it to IOC container, and for that we have some annotations. One annotation that we can use over here is @service, because this is a service kind of class because it contains the logic for the service layer. So we can annotate this with @service. One more annotation we can use over here, that is @component. As we know that this is specific to service layer, then we'll mark it @service. Now after adding @service, the lifecycle of this will be handled by the IOC container, and whenever we mark @AutoWire, IOC container will provide us that bean at runtime. Now let's create the controller class where we inject this simple calculator service using @AutoWire annotation. So inside controller package we will create one class that is calculator controller. Now we'll annotate this with @REST controller as it is a REST controller. Then we have an annotation that is request mapping. This is used to map a URL with a controller. For example, we can map /calculate with this controller. That means whenever slash is called, this controller will be invoked. Then we'll create one method that is public string calculate sum. Here we'll pass two arguments. The first one is integer number 1 and integer number 2. Now we get two numbers num1 and num2. We will create one integer sum and assign it num1 plus num2. Then we'll return sum of num1 and num2 is sum. Now we'll add @get mapping to map this method with a get request, and here we will add num1 and num2 as two path variables, and in this sum method we will add two annotation, that is @path variable for num1 and @path variable for num2. Now this will work. Let's run it and check if it works. So we'll save it and run it, and let's open Postman now. Now we'll open Postman. Here we'll add a new tab and the method is get, that is okay. Then we'll add localhost 8080 / calculate / sum / first variable that is 10, second variable that is 20. That means Sum of 10 and 20 is 30. So it's working fine. Let's change it to 200 and make it 150. Then it should be 350. Now it's working fine. Let's change it to minus 50. Then yeah, it is working fine for all the conditions. Now we will add dependency injection over here. So we will create a field that is private calculator service. So in this field we will inject the dependencies. Now let's see the types of injection that we have in Spring Boot. The first way is constructor injection. For that we will create one constructor. To create a constructor, right click and go to source, then go to generate constructor using fields. Then click on generate. So it will create a constructor for you. Let's copy this constructor to the top and we'll add @autowire. So what it will do is it will check the constructor over here, and here in calculator service it will inject the dependencies over here, which is generated by using this service annotation by the IOC container. So it will be injected over here and we'll assign it to the local variable, that is the private field. So this is the constructor injection. So now we change the code over here. We'll change this to calculator service dot calculate sum, and we can pass num1 and num2. Let's save the change and it will automatically start the server. Let's go to Postman and change this to this. Now 150 and 50, that is 200. So this is working fine. So our constructor injection is also working. So this is constructor injection. Let's comment this out and we'll see the next type, that is field injection. For that we can directly write @autowire on top of the field. This will inject the dependencies to this field automatically, so no need to write the constructor as well. So this is called field injection. If you go to Postman, we can see this is working, and that's 150 150, that is 300. This is also working. So this is field injection. Now the third type is setter injection. For that we will create a setter. Now we'll create one setter. For that, right click, go to source, go to generate getter setters. Now select this calculator service and hit on generate. It will generate the getter setters. We don't need getter for now, so let's remove it and take the setter to the top. So now on top of this setter we have to add @autowire, and the dependencies will be injected automatically by IOC container. Let's save this and let's go to Postman now. Let's change this to 250 suppose, and it is 400, so it is working. Let's change this to 250, that is 500. So this is also working. So we have covered all types of injection, that is field injection, setter injection and constructor injection. What IOC container is doing is it has the bean for that calculator service type, and it will inject the bean to the setter or the field or the constructor. So these are the types how we can inject the dependencies on a field. Then the second thing is the type, which actually identifies the bean. By default it uses by type, which means the IOC container will check which bean you need. Here we need calculator service bean, so it will check, do I have this kind of bean? So we have that bean, right, this simple calculator service IMPL. So it will pick that up and inject it over here. But there can be a case, suppose we have multiple beans with the same type. Now let's do one thing. Let's create one more implementation for this calculator service. We'll name it Advanced Calculator Service IMPL, and it can give you the power of a number. Let's create one new class and name it Advanced Calculator Service IMPL. So before writing the code in Advanced Calculator Service IMPL, let's go to calculator service once. Now let's add one default method in calculator service, that is default int calculate power num1 and power, and here it will return 0. We'll implement the actual logic in advanced calculator service IMPL. We have marked this default because If we don't mark this as default, we have to provide the implementation of this method in simple calculator service IMPL as well. Otherwise it will throw an error. Let's save it and let's go to advanced calculator service IMPL. It will implement the calculate service. Here we'll override the methods. So here we got calculate sum num1 num2, and we didn't get that method because that is a default method, so we have to manually override it. So we'll override that method public int calculate power integer num1 integer power, and we'll return math.power num1 dot double value, as it accepts double as a parameters, so we have to pass the integer into double, so double value and power dot double value, and we have to return int, so we have to cast it. And we'll add at the rate override just to make sure the syntax and everything is correct. The last thing that is left is at the rate service annotation, so we'll add at the rate service, and this is done. Let's add the calculate sum method as well. We'll return num1 plus num2. Now we'll add at the rate service, and we will give this bean a name that will be advanced calculator service. So we have added the name over here. Let's go to simple calculator service and we'll add the name over there as well. So here we'll add simple calculator service. So this is done. Let's go to the controller part now. We'll add one method that is calculate power, and we'll do exactly the same as we did for this sum method. So let's do it. Let's change the method and it will return power of number is well. Now let's comment this setter injection for now, and let's go to the constructor injection. Here we have to add one annotation which will identify which bean we want to inject, that is at the rate qualifier. In this annotation at the rate qualifier, we have to provide the name of the bean, that is advanced calculator service. This is what we gave in that advanced calculator service. Let's save and run this. Let's open Postman, open a new tab, get is fine. Let's type the URL, that is localhost 8080 calculate slash power slash 2 slash 3, that means 2 to the power 3. So yes, this is work. So we have got 2 to the power 3 is 8. Let's check it again. 5 to the power 2, so 5 to the power, that is 25. So this is working. Let's do one thing. Let's check the sum over here. As we have added this code, so this is also working. Let's go to the code and let's change the injection to that simple calculator and check what happens. Let's paste it and start the application. Let's go to the Postman now. Let's change this to 250 and 450. The answer is 700. So this is working, and let's see if power is also working. Here we got 0 because we didn't provide any implementation of power function in the simple service, so it is getting the default behavior from the calculator service. So similarly in setter injection, we'll have to add the rate qualifier over there as well, and it will work. Let's make it simple, and this is working, and let's see if it is working for advanced. Open Postman and check. Yeah, so this is also working. So setter injection is also done. So the last type is field injection. For that, we'll uncomment this auto wire and we'll add at the rate qualifier simple calculator service. Let's go to Postman and check if it works. Postman, open it, and so sum is working, and let's go to power. This is also working. Let's change it to advanced calculator service and check. So here we have changed this to advanced calculator service, and let's go to Postman. So this power is working and sum is also working. So everything is working now. Let's remove this qualifier and check what happens once we run the application. And here we got the error, failed calculator service in this controller requires a bean but 2 were found. So this is the error that we found if we run without qualifier, because we have 2 beans and IOC container is bit confused which one you want to inject. So this is a very important question as well. How you decide which bean you want to inject in case you have multiple beans of a same type. So qualifier is used to do that. So in this video we have covered what is auto-wired, what is dependency injection, what are types of injection. We have covered setter injection, then we have covered constructor injection, that we have covered field injection, and after that the bean identification, that is by type and by name. So now it's time to add the databases to our application. So in the next video we will add JPA repositories and we will configure MySQL in this application. See you in the next video.